and I don't fire people.
You don't want to be the bad guy. That's the thing.
No, I don't fucking fire people.
Oh,
That's not part of my job description. I can, but it's not part of my job description. I don't have to do that shit. I told all the other managers, I was like, hey, listen, this bitch doesn't know how to read. Because y'all are gonna be the ones that have to handle her tomorrow. Is my day off. I came in on my last day off to handle these fuckers for you.
You could get her hooked on phonics for her birthday.
She's not gonna make it to her birthday there. If she can't learn how to read before then.
You've got until your birthday to learn how to read. Your present will be a job.
God.
I don't understand how somebody could make it that far without learning.
You just fake it. You just say, yeah, I don't know how to read, and then hope that they don't.
My father somehow made it to 4th grade without knowing how to read, so I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes people just make it.
This bitch like 28.
Yeah, that's significantly worse.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, at some point, she had to have just decided, no, I'm not going to learn, because there are so many opportunities, and it's such.
What happened to No Child Left Behind?
It doesn't work.
Apparently one got left behind, Cole.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. My agents have made me contemplate suicide a lot lately, and that was before I got the one that couldn't read.
Oh, your agents? Is that what you call them?
Yeah, they're my agents. I actually call them my little birds at work.
Oh, I see.
Because I'm weird. And when they're with me, it's
not
called
because you pay them for office gossip with candy.
No. I'm not doing any like seedy shit. Whenever they're in their first like couple weeks dialing, when they're on my team, they're in nesting technically, and I'm a training manager. They call me the nesting manager because I'm nesting them. So I call them my little birds because of that.
That is ingenious.
My official title is nesting manager.
That is
so
genius.
I was like, I'm gonna call them my little birds because I'm gonna teach them how to fly.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that you've done this.
Yeah. It's awesome. I've also learned that I can get away with literally anything at work.
Results, dude. That's all you need.
In fact, I decided that if my team hit a certain goal, I was going to throw them a pizza party. So the GM came out and was like, hey, if they hit that goal, how much money do you need to throw them a pizza party? I was like, I was going to pay for it, but fuck it.
All of it. All of the money.
Yeah.
So, when are you throwing that pizza party?
I'm not. They didn't hit the goal.
Damn.
I set the goal really high because I didn't want to have to throw the pizza party.
Oh. That's unfortunate. How close did they come, though?
Really fucking close. They were off by like 3 sales.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my team's amazing.
Bruh, I'd be so pissed. Like, oh, you got 1 sale off. No pizza party.
I lowered it by 10. So they were really off by 13. Okay. But I lowered it by 10 at a certain point because like half the agents dipped for the day because they're lazy and they don't work overtime.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to work overtime either.
Listen.
I do anyway, but I don't like it.
If they wanted to... I worked 60 hours this week, and that's only at work hours. I was at home fucking plotting this whole week on how to teach these people better. I never stop working, so I'm a terrible example of how to live life, because I don't have a life. But if they want a pizza party, then they gotta stay late and try to get sales. That was the deal. They needed to hit a certain amount of sales. Half of my team left early.
I don't get paid overtime.
Ah.
I keep getting mad at my boss because I have such high quotas, but then I remember I am my boss. There's only so much I can do about that.
So, also, another really funny thing. One of the old nesting managers got fired for working too much overtime. So I was like, hey, how much overtime am I allowed to work?
How does that even work?
He didn't get fired. He got demoted because they thought he was riding the clock, which he was. I go, how much overtime can I work?
Oh, well,
they go,
that's a
just
different-
don't work over 70 hours. I was like, wait, he was working over 70 hours? So like, no, he was working like 48 hours. I was like, then why did he get in trouble? I was like, because he wasn't working for all 48 of those hours. I was like, but I take breaks.
that makes sense.
I go, I take breaks. So like, he was working about 25 of those hours. I was like, so how much am I supposed to work? They're like, 48 hours. I was like, how much can I work? They go, don't work over 70 hours. So I was like, all right, you see why I'm confused right now? They go, yeah. I was like, all right. So and Sarah, my GM, was like, I'll just ask for forgiveness later. I was like, so you're the one that gets in trouble if I work too much? She's like, yeah. I was like, so I can work as much as I want? She goes, yeah. I go, okay. Remember you said this to me. She's like, I just want you to make a lot of money and not have to worry about money. I was like, okay. Whatever you say, Sarah.
Whatever you say.
I was like, I'm already getting paid more this week than any of your other managers. I was like, my is destroying everybody, so I guess I'll just work a shit and then be fucking dead at the end of the week.
Sounds
Part
like a
of me
plan.
was wondering if I could get away with multitasking work in D&D, but I don't think it's gonna.
Oh. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm technically multitasking right now because I'm waiting for somebody to send me the stats on my team after I left. And then I'm compiling information. That's not gonna happen till probably like 9:30 because EC won't tell me until she goes home.
I
how
was
many
supposed
emails
to
they got.
make 5 pairs of earrings today, and I was lazy.
You know, it would have
But
been
it's
really.
also like 90 degrees today, and my air's not turned on. So
It would have been really nice to get a couple days of training on how to do everything before I hit the floor as a manager as well.
You just got
I
sent
have
in
eaten
trial by
nothing but
fire
ice and
style?
popsicles.
So the day that my team came out for me to train, I was told that I was getting moved up to a management position. We'd been kind of talking about it for a while. And I've been like already training people, but just like on an individual basis, and it was always while I was dialing. But they decided, they're like, hey, you're gonna start working tomorrow. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do the training tomorrow. Then Sarah's like, yeah, no problem. And then she left. And then another manager came up to me. She's like, hey, Sarah just texted me. Team's coming out to do their first style today. Go train them. I was like, okay. That's how all this happened. This is my life right now. This is why I couldn't work I couldn't play Wednesday, because I don't even know a schedule. I don't even know my schedule anymore. I don't even know. I don't know what my schedule is. I still haven't been told my official schedule. It's insanity.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts.
It is insanity, right? Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm gonna work more than my schedule anyways. Because the only time I actually get trained on how to do anything is if I get in before my team gets there, and my buddy LA, who's a manager, actually takes the time to show me shit, because he's the only person that takes the time to show me correctly, instead of just telling me, like, there, then there, then there. Alright, cool.
That's one of the things that bothered me about my last job, was that I had my starting time, and I had, like, what time the restaurant closed. But realistically, you're there from your starting time until you run out of stuff.
Well, it's just restaurant
which could be
work in general.
anything from the actual end, the actual closing time, to like 9 p.m. You never know.
Yeah, like my schedule before was 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock, Monday through Friday, except for on Wednesdays I had off, which I worked them anyways most of the time. And then Saturday I worked from 9 to 6. So that was like my
and
tactic.
there's no way that you can make plans or schedule like downtime for yourself or just relax when you have no idea what your plan is.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it is right now, because, like, every day I go in, they're like, hey, blah, blah, blah has to leave early right now, so can you, like, cover their bullshit until they get back? I'm like, yeah, of course, because I want the hours anyways, but it's fucking crazy.
And because it made everything hurt all the time is why I left that one.
I don't know. Working a lot of hours is good.
Because you can't really start a business if you have no plan and everything hurts all.
Alright, so last we left off, what happened? Oh.
We walked up to some guy's farm and, like, interrogated a goblin for literally the entire session.
It was good.
That was a good session, actually. I liked that session.
Also, we wrapped up the orc thing off screen.
Yeah.
And we got a very cryptic message from Hayek.
Maybe eventually I'll get used to, like, doing all this and I won't have to be dead during these sessions. Probably not.
That's fair.
Okay, go.
We were leaving last time I checked.
Ooh.
So, does anybody have something they would like to do in the intervening period between us waking up and leaving?
No.
Nope.
Cool, you can. Today you do.
Do you want me to DM for you?
Yeah. That's when you're supposed to say, okay, bet. That's
okay.
How the kids use
Alright,
it.
bet.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, see?
I know teens.
You know,
Unfortunate.
I do not know teens.
don't all of you go to college, basically, except for, like,
I go to community college, so it doesn't count.
That still counts. There's teens there.
Yeah,
I
but
went to college.
That's why I said except for most, because I only know that 2 of you are in college. I'm not sure about one, and I'm pretty sure that the other old guy here that's been in the military for longer than a lot of you have had careers did not in college. Unless he's doing college on the side.
I am not. Those people are idiots, and I laugh at their suffering.
Thank you.
thank you for your service and laughing at their suffering.
Well, no, it's just funny because I got some guys.
He doesn't serve our military. Don't thank him, Cole.
Yes. Fuck your
However,
service.
I do work with. I mean, we are NATO allies, but anyways.
I mean, only because the White Walkers attacked us.
Of course.
You
but
wild
no, they're.
things.
I have a couple. One guy who is no longer superior to me, which is pretty funny. But yeah, his advice was, take this time, the best of your ability, to try and get some additional post-secondary in. And it's just like the military pay for you. You know, you got all the time in the world now. And I'm just sitting back laughing at him because he's fucking losing his mind because his wife is pregnant. He just got put onto a year-long course that he did not want to be put on yet. And his house isn't done yet, and he's still doing his fucking education. I'm like, man, it sucks to suck. Like, you should have just fucking taken it easy and been a dude. Like,
a dude.
I think that's better advice for people that, like, come out of the military and, like, go into, like, whatever position they're in, single, and
yeah,
like, living in an apartment with other, like, people that, you know, that like somebody with less responsibilities.
Exactly.
rather than
Less with
military.
less familiar relationship and ties that can be affected by your career. And that guy, oh, I just laugh at him. Good guy, but I laugh at him because he's the type of person that when you get to the unit, he was like, "Yeah, you should follow my advice and the way I do things." And it's like, dude, you are literally the same age as me. You've only been in the military for a year and a half longer than me. Shut the fuck up. Like,
He's just trying to help, bro.
and it's the way that people try to help. It's the way that they try to be condescending to you. Like, listen, I know what I'm doing. You don't. Listen to me. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's
why
fair.
That's why I
People
love
talk down to me like that every time I mention my business, and it's so annoying.
I can imagine.
That's why
Like
I love.
you just mention it in like some offhand comment, and they're like, "Okay, you need to do this and this and this," and like you don't even know what kind of business.
Hey, real quick, Sparkles, I wanted to give you a little bit of business advice before we started.
Oh gosh, I already started the game.
I was
Change
joking.
your stream title to business advice.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's change it to just chatting. Let's just chat, y'all.
Oh god. We
Alright, but
could literally
on
do
the
that.
real, we may have to do that one day if I'm really actually like dead.
That's fine. I don't mind doing that.
Not today though. We'll play today. I'll probably have to go for like 20 minutes or so soon, but I'll be back after like.
Oh, that's more time to beat up villains as Batman.
Figuring out a specific set of like filler quests for my group I'm DMing for when I'm just really brave.
So what are we doing? What are we at? We're heading to...
We're heading to Ragebay.
Ragebay, that's right.
But we need to stop along the way because that's how travel works. We were in Warlington, here, or Aki, and we are now traveling to Aki. And
so you guys are gonna take the goblin through Peter.
Oh yeah. So we might just need to scratch this bullshit.
I think it's a great idea.
No, that's because you're the DM, and you like seeing us suffer. So what we need to do...
It is one of the prerequisites.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing you all suffer.
Alright, well, that is my planned route.
Sure.
Alright, so you guys want to go in the vast wilderness with the goblin.
Is there no skipping Peterborough?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Peterborough.
It's Peterborough.
Good.
Singular Peterborough, not like Petersburg. Singular Peter.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure there's something we could do to hide the goblin. Like, they didn't really search us much in Petersburg, did they? They did in Saxondale? No.
Why are we getting searched?
I don't know. I'm just saying we could, like, shove him in the cart and be like, yeah, we just got...
And if they did search you, do you think they'd care that you captured a goblin?
And also, like, didn't want to talk about it?
I actually don't even know. Like both as Ezekiel and as a player. So, this is news to me about us. I mean, to me, it's just walk through. Yeah, we're on a business. Like taking us into Ragebay.
I'm the same way. I don't remember stopping at Peterborough.
Bruh.
Alright, so do you guys want to stop at Peterborough? I'll be right back.
Let's RP
asks a question,
this.
And then I'll be right back.
Let's RP this.
Okay.
So are we going to go through Peterborough or not? There's the goblin we have to worry about.
There's kind of a
if
face.
anyone sees him, we could just tell them we're working for Edwin Mercer.
I think we're supposed to not tell too many people that he's doing anything about Goblin.
There's a face on Ezekiel right now that is quite confused, and it's just like, Is there suspected harm in Peterbrug?
No, it just, you know, it
They're
attracts a lot of
they're not.
attention. A tied up person.
The denizens of Peterborough are not exactly the smartest.
Oh God, that's a good point.
Are we... So are we going to pass through or not?
We fought a wyvern. I think it was a wyvern here not so long ago, and they were convinced it was a bee.
Oh.
They were convinced it was a... What?
A bee.
A bee. That's
Interesting.
definitely a new level.
Despite our attempts to explain otherwise.
That's definitely a new level of retardation I have never heard of.
Well, I would like to avoid having to explain ourselves significantly, but in all due fairness, I am neither for nor against. Simply just, we need to obviously bring this individual to Ragebay. At the same time, our new companion here, I guess I look at
Mazdak.
Mazdak, and I'm like, yeah, that could also probably become a problem. I don't know. I
They
mean,
were not terribly suspicious here when we left.
Why are you looking
They
at
might
me?
not even.
I know nothing of these cities. I'm following your lead.
I think that's my point. People haven't seen your kind. It sounds very likely that these people have not seen one of your kind before.
Yes, lizard people are very...
That's true. I only heard of your kind in my studies before now.
Lizard folk are very... seen as barbaric.
How unfortunate.
I see that this isn't the case, despite your finger-eating habits.
Why would I let food go to waste?
Fair enough.
Yeah, we talked about this the other night. This is actually pretty smart. I don't have a problem with this.
It's efficient, I'll give it that.
Mazdak, my question to you is, where are you from?
Hold on a second.
Secondary to that would be, how did you get into the farmhouse in Warlington?
Didn't you just ask the guy?
Okay, out of character, real quick.
You don't know.
He just kind of put me in the barn.
Sure, make something up.
Do you have an ulterior motive?
I intimidated
the bad
farmer.
guy?
I intimidated the farmer to let me spend the night. For I had, where was this farm again?
His farm was in
I
the
want to make
place.
sure this makes sense.
His
Warlington.
farm was in the circled area.
I traveled here from the Deadwater Fort.
Area around it.
Yes. Primarily because I had seen a strange sacrifice where several of my kind were burned alive.
Oh.
You saw what?
I saw some kind of
What
sacrifice
was this?
where several of my kind were burned alive.
Deadwater? Was it
It was near
at
Deadwater.
all to the west of Deadwater?
I do not know where exactly, I just know it was nearby.
He doesn't exactly look like a geographer.
So you fled
People are
your
burning
home.
It's very disturbing.
Not exactly my home, but I did flee.
Interesting. That is highly unfortunate.
Do not worry, I did not care for any of them. I simply saw they were rounding up my kind, so I left.
Huh.
Oh. Okay then.
Well, that's a good way to get rid of unwanted family, I suppose.
I've also noticed
We
the
have to have
armies
you
that are
test
currently gathering about.
Your sending spell on someone from my household.
What about sending?
I may have to get in contact with someone from my household to see if they're involved in this. This is the
Would you really want to know, though, Kara?
If I knew, then I could order them to stop.
Fair enough.
Could you order them to stop?
Yes, I was unaware if you had this power, Kara.
Well, my family is the most influential in Kurfstress, so I see no reason why I wouldn't be able to.
To be perfectly honest, I have no idea what it was for or why it was specifically lizard folk that they needed.
Well, I mean, usually it doesn't specifically require anything. Usually blood.
It was simple. I'm simply saying because it was only my kind there that were being burned, and I did not stay long enough to see what happened afterwards.
It could have been that your kind was simply the most plentiful sacrifice that was nearby.
I do not know.
Did you see who was doing the burning?
No. I did not get close enough for that.
Well, we're going to a city where lots of...
It could also have been soldiers from another part of the country. It was fairly close to the border.
This is actually reasonable.
I guess we could ask them.
The goblin hasn't woken. Oh, sorry.
Quill's like looking through like a book that she has that like says something about the spells, and she's just reading. Okay, speak with the dead. Were they killed within 10 days? Because we can go ask them.
I do not know how long it has been.
Oh.
I was a little frantic after seeing that, so...
That's okay.
Speaking of which, I need to reacquaint myself with my spell list. Combat spells. I like it.
That time when you and one other player are the only people who, when they have to go and prepare their spells, they just look at their hands and they're like, yep, we're ready.
Yes. I say combat spells, like most of my spells are just not... Let's see. I've got Hex, Witch Bolt, Guiding Bolt, Flaming Sphere,
It seems like
Spike,
overkill, Cole.
Hunger of Hadar.
Seems like a lot of overkill.
Hypnotic Pattern.
I will not ask.
Why won't you ask?
I'm not much of a fan of the magical.
Well, you don't need to be a fan, just, don't, if you see a giant sphere of darkness, don't step inside, it will burn you alive. With acid.
Very well, then.
Just throwing that out there, that's kind of important. The rest of my stuff should be self-explanatory. Flaming spheres, Eldritch Blast, which should look like arrows of light.
Interesting.
We don't really fight, do we?
No, we don't really fight, do we?
No, we do not.
There was that one time we fought. Or no, excuse me, I don't know about that instance.
Yes, you weren't there.
Now, one time,
So your spells, when they're taught to you, they have specific names?
Not really. I just give them their names. Except for Hunger of Hadar. That was a specific spell created by a specific person. The rest are kind of...
I've never been sure how exactly my magic works.
Well, most of my spells are in this book, so yes, most of them do have names. She, has the book float into her hands.
Interesting.
But I really don't memorize them that much. I mostly just rely on the contract my god made with me. Paylor. Kind of sneers. But...
It's that attitude that got you into the position you are now.
I mean, it's power, so I don't particularly mind him too much. It prevents me from dying.
Always a good thing.
Yes. That, and I can cure some sicknesses and, let's see, blindness. I can cure that. Paralysis.
are any of us blind?
No.
You guys should have just said something. I could do that too. Have you guys been blind this whole time?
No.
I know. Oh well, I don't. But my character doesn't, but I do. The other party actually has someone who's blind in it.
Just cure it. Less restoration. Let's go.
It's not that kind of blindness.
It's not that kind of blindness.
Oh, it's color blindness.
No, it's literally
It's physical
eyes are
blindness.
Fucking, yeah.
Her eyes are fused shut.
Do you think lesser restoration works on color blindness? Because like that's less than regular blindness. You know?
Real questions for real
think
DMs.
restoration is more like removing some kind of effect. I don't think it actually fixes your eyes.
Okay, so you're saying someone who's blind doesn't have the blinded condition. It says it removes it. I think it's only...
I don't think it means permanent blindness.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're 100% right, but also still. The spell doesn't tell me I can't, so therefore I want to.
So have we decided yet? Are we going around it or through it?
I'm for going around it. I don't want to babysit the goblin inside the city.
Yeah, we'll see if there's like a back road situation where we don't have to leave the path with the cart. 'Cause that could suck.
Alright. Around it is.
Not through the wilderness because roads are good.
Sure.
Oh, I was hoping to get some hunting done, but oh well.
I mean, when we camp at night, you can easily go off into the woods.
Very well.
I need to use my Ring of Ram more. It's very fun. Like, never used it.
Ezekiel looks you over, Mazdak, and he asks, "What is your preferred method of hunting?"
Normally tracking, tiring the animal out, striking quickly, and ending it as fast as I can.
With your teeth, claws, sword.
The sword is preferable, though I can use the others if necessary.
Interesting. We ride around Peterburg. Senko.
He did say wait. So...
Oh, wait. Sorry. Didn't see that. Yeah.
Gosh.
I could change my character's colors. Just go into the token, just change the hue to whatever. I've seen some weird tieflings. I saw a yellow tiefling. I was like, alright. What are you, half Bumblebee? Get out of here. Didn't actually have a
Well,
problem
in
with
Peterborough.
Don't you mean half wyvern?
I don't know anything about wyvern.
You know a lot about bees, though.
Oh, that's a manticore. That we thought was a... Well, some people thought was a bee.
Ah.
That's right.
Man, y'all don't even know wyverns, apparently.
Jesus.
Hey, I also don't know anything, so... Get off my back.
God, what a kid. Jeez.
I don't know what that means, but yeah. Ooh, how does this work? I actually like this a lot. You can add a lot of red.
A lot of red? What?
I'm tinkering with my character's token, seeing if you can like change color temperatures a little bit on like the picture. Like with fantasy skin tones, it's really whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
I really like this art someone made, but it is very blue compared to what I...
Mm-hmm. Weep.
Hey there.
We ride around Peterborough.
That's the decision that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna go most of the way, like, as if we're going there. Like, we're not going fucking wilderness, but we are gonna, like, probably just go around city on some, like, back road kind of thing.
Alright, so you guys go into the untamed wilderness.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys ride around no deal.
Cool.
And make it to Ragebay.
Ah. 3 days later, we arrive at Edwin Mercer's house.
Easy peasy.
So you're about halfway done with your travels from Warlington to Ragebay. Now you have to get to the other side of Ragebay.
Yeah.
And begin.
Okay.
As you guys approach the gates, you still have the conundrum of goblin situation. If you were going to get checked, it's just going to happen here instead.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought we were going to
feel like
ask Mercer to meet us outside of the city.
Were we going to do that? Because
Yeah, because the goblin goes both.
Oh. Guess we could do that, but we'd have to wait until let him know at some point during the hours that he said he can be sent at, because he has his place warded against like various forms of scrying and...
That would be my other point. I'm not a magical person here, but if I were Edwin Mercer, why would I want to leave my home to go speak to this goblin? I'd rather the goblin come to the place that's warded.
Well, that's
If this goblin is some type of homing beacon, or whatever you will, for any other ill effects.
He's left to speak with us before.
Alright, fair enough.
That's something he can decide. We can contact him.
Absolutely, that's very true. Yes.
So contact him, Quill.
You guys write the 25-word message this time. Too much pressure.
Just literally ask him, do you want to meet the goblin outside the city, or do you want to bring us to bring him to you?
Make sure that's on.
This is freaking unbelievable. I'll type it out. Do you want...
Do you want to meet the goblin outside or inside? Question mark, 11 words.
There you go. Easy fucking peasy.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, we'll do that. Fuck. He didn't. The word.
He literally just sent us an inclusive yes.
We didn't ask an or. If you, I went with what Sparkles typed out there.
We've reached you.
Guys.
Okay.
I like that though. Edwin Mercer's been studying some teen lingo. Alright, fine. This fucker and his disrespect my spell slot. We want to reply to that?
I mean...
Yeah, why not?
You
I mean,
have to
it's not...
cast it again.
No.
Do you have... What else do you use third level spells for?
Apparently nothing.
I mean, I have Revivify and Hypnotic Pattern.
Great. Why don't you revive somebody and go hypnotize some passers-by while we do things that are relevant? Okay. Why though? It's a good question. Well, we know he was sent by Cherith to do us, and we feel like the bomb thing was super ineffective. So how do we... So
the goblin could be a trap.
Yeah, we think there might still be more going. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's within 25, and I'm gonna use my last third level spell slot of the day and send that as well. Oh boy, this is a good time we're having. I like how over the course of like 12 skins, I just became like incredibly like worn out. Like, nope, sorry, that's all I got. Talking's hard.
Well, you're the one who suggested that, you know, that you could communicate telepathically to people. If you just kept your mouth shut, you wouldn't have to do this.
What time and where?
Oh shit, we met him outside the city before, right? In like a field? Like a forest clearing where he got ambushed?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just ambush him there. I mean, meet him there.
I honestly think that's the most obvious place, considering I physically can't send him another message right now.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Well, if you can't send him another message, he's not going to come, probably.
I have a feeling if he doesn't hear back, he's going to put together the fact that this is a difficult spell and I can't keep doing it.
From the way he's been responding to you, I actually doubt that.
I think he's fucking with us.
You know, we can just... A couple of us can just go into the city and meet him and tell him where to meet.
That's fair.
It's not like all of us have to move as a group all the time.
I like...
Alright, so you guys want to split the party. One group of the people stay with the exploding goblin, and the other group go into the town. Is that correct?
Yes. And I'm obviously going into the town. Away from
I'll
the
stay with the goblin. Maybe Mazdak doesn't want to...
I will stay with
No?
the goblin.
Hey, you seem like
I'll
a...
stay with the goblin.
hang out
Oh
in the
god,
forest with
so
the
it's
goblin.
me and the child. Alright, let's go.
We're destined to be together.
Best friends.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, in the place where Ezekiel comes from, in his like weird Last Samurai type of way, I think relationships start at a younger age traditionally.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
yeah.
It'll be like a buddy cop movie.
Okay,
I
I
don't think
do
that's
like
what I-
that a lot. That's really
That's not where he was going with that.
Professional relationships started at a younger age. It's fine.
That's where I was going with it.
I like how you think, Sparkles.
Alright, where are we telling him to meet you?
Oh, just that.
Yeah, I
that
like how you
clearing we
said
mentioned.
the few people that haven't been there before.
Shit.
Just tell
I've
us where.
been
It's
to-
not difficult. Tell us where.
I'm sure he remembers. He told us to meet him there a while ago. God, I bet. Sorry, Quill would have had a note
Bet?
on this location. So, in character, while I'm actually scrolling up to find it, she's paging through notes trying to find a description of the place. How far ago? How long ago was this?
You just say the clearing where we met you and you got ambushed. That's fine.
Ancient history.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he gets ambushed all the time. Maybe that wasn't even, like, notable to him.
Man, now I'm gonna just be like, oh, which clearing where I got ambushed?
There are many, many, I tell you.
All of them at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't have a specific location written down, just outside the city in a forest clearing. So, yeah, just tell him where we met him.
Alright. Nasi, you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. go.
Let's go. On
Sorry,
an adventure.
I mean, how far are away from Ragebay are they? Like a couple of miles or something?
Sure.
Couldn't they have
Kara's
just
gonna start unpacking her camping stuff because she knows how long it takes to get through Ragebay.
Oh god, it's gonna be 30 years. I forgot.
So
Oh.
you guys are gonna split the party for a few weeks.
Yeah. Let's do it. It's already happened.
Yeah.
Alright, how do you guys want to celebrate your birthdays now that the parties are split up?
I don't know when my birthday is.
I think he's implying that it's going to take a year to go through Ragebay, so whenever your birthday is, it will transpire.
And it will be unremembered.
Unremarkable.
Cool. So, yes, the party splits, and you guys make your way to Ragebay to Edwin Mercer. So it takes a long time because he lives at the other side of Ragebay than that, basically.
Yay. All right.
So, guys, do you want to get for the night, or do you just want to make your way there slowly? Like, do you want to arrive in the middle of the night?
I mean,
I feel
I'd
like
probably-
arriving in the middle of the night is okay.
Yeah.
Alright. You will arrive in the middle of the night.
Indeed. Because I literally don't have to sleep, so... Or rather, I don't have to do much to sleep.
Yes. That is what I worry about. Your sleep schedule.
I just chill out and sleep whenever.
Again, not the weird thing here.
All right.
Three, two, one, going you two. All we're really doing is you two because the other party's kind of staring at a goblin walking to a forest clearing.
So, Ezekiel, where do you even come from?
Okay, I guess we're doing random roleplay.
Oh wait, I thought you said you two. Like, you
Yes.
wanted us to roleplay.
Yes. I said you made it to his place.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, right his place.
Then
This
never
is the
mind.
weirdest question to ask me outside his door, Narcy.
I'm sorry. Like, I thought you were stalling for time. I'm not very put together today.
I knock on his door.
Alright. A servant answers after a bit of time. He's a bit tired. He's like, yes.
We have a message for Master Edwin Mercer.
Alright, I'll go wake him.
Thank you. How are you doing, Narcy?
I'm doing okay.
How you?
Let me think. I had something I wanted to say during this session, but nah.
Man comes back to the door and opens it, and he's like, please come in.
Thank you. I step in.
Going in.
Edwin Mercer stands bare-chested, kind of scrawny, with a sword in his hand.
Kind of scrawny?
Yeah. A little bit, like, thin.
Okay.
Got looks like he probably doesn't.
Hello, Mercer. The cleric ran out of sending spells, so we came to deliver the message by word of mouth.
Spells.
Can you speak up, Senko? You're cutting out.
What do you mean out of sending spells?
The telepathic the spells we were using to contact you.
Oh, alright.
Is there a problem?
He looks at you suspiciously.
We were sending messages to you. What's the problem here? I don't get it.
I said there was not a problem.
Anyways. They want to meet you outside the city in the clearing. Where did they say?
In the clearing where you were last ambushed. Correction, that's what they said. I believe what they meant is the last time you met them outside the city.
Yes, I was not ambushed last and clear. I assume, yeah, clearing that I met them where I was.
Yes, I believe that is what they meant.
Under.
Yeah.
I'll go get dressed.
Alright, we will wait outside.
Okay.
I step outside.
As do I.
That was weird for a moment.
I don't get it.
Don't understand why he was holding a sword either.
Maybe he simply walks around his house like that. He is rather weird.
He's exactly the kind of person to sleep with an entire greatsword under his pillow.
Oh, that's so good.
Instead of like a pistol, he has like a fucking assault rifle under his pillow. He's that type of person.
I carry my militia under my pillow just in case.
You act like having a pistol under your pillow isn't also ridiculous.
What do you mean? I know people that do that shit.
It's ridiculous, though.
I mean, I think it's less
like,
ridiculous
what if you roll
than
around and it goes off in the middle of the night?
Well, that's usually what a safety's for.
Or you just, the clip outside of it, but also nearby.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, I just don't see the point of keeping it under your pillow if it's gonna be like unloaded. Like you're still gonna have to go for it. But anyway.
I'm just relating it to,
We won't about it. I'll explain.
rural Virginia stuff.
That's not.
I'm laying down on the floor.
Is that Narcy or Cole speaking?
That's
I'm
Cole
gonna pretend it was
speaking.
Mercy, and then Edwin Mercer walked out.
No.
Why are you laying on the...
Maybe you shouldn't lay on the floor.
I'm tired.
So,
You could fall asleep in the middle of the game.
I may... yeah, Edwin Mercer does come out with, his, armor. Armor is, really, like, ornate, plate mail that's colored, gold with, it has like, I'm sorry, it's like steel with gold trim all over it.
I nod and I say to him, so we
No,
do
he
not
has-
know where this place is.
He has his normal smell of like charcoal and fuck it was of not looking up
Cinnamon.
that one.
Is that actually it?
No.
Charcoal and cinnamon.
Saffron and weirdness.
No, I think saffron was another. Maybe it was saffron. Yeah, I think saffron. Saffron.
Why does everyone have weird smells?
Not everyone. 3.
I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy by the perfume scent.
There's literally 4 people currently that smell weird.
Name all.
Mercer,
And they're
Felicity,
all higher up.
Felicity, the male that Felicity knows, and our current benefactor that's tasking us to finding the
male Felicity?
yeah, there's like a guy that we ran
That was
into.
Mercer.
Oh, was it? I thought it was someone else. Fuck. Okay, it's 3 people.
Yeah.
Fuck. Apparently I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Gotta pay attention. It smells, bro.
Imagine that. Cole not paying attention.
I just motioned for him to lead the way because we have no idea where the hell this meeting place is.
Nods. And then begins to walk away.
I follow.
His hands on his hilt.
As is mine.
Narcy just walks like a normal human being.
It's perfectly acceptable to have your hand on your fucking hilt.
Do you guys like sleep out there when it gets dark? People waiting.
Yeah, Kara set out all her camping stuff because she knew it was gonna be a while.
Yeah, I guess we'd be like taking watches. Like if Gara wants to sleep, she can. I think Quill would try to stay up a bit because, like, no offense to the new guy, but like, you know,
He's the new guy.
Prisoner.
Sure. He also eats,
He also eats people.
and you're all people.
I
Pretty
feel
sure
like this is
Tifa's-
rampant speciesism.
Is it? You just said we're all people. That sounds like the opposite of species.
Except for the dwarves. Don't like them dwarves.
Exactly.
Cool. So, sometime like early the next day, Mercer and Ezekiel make it to you guys.
We left Mercy behind.
Laying on the floor.
It's terrible parenting.
Hard lessons learned.
Should have listened to your lessons better.
Yeah.
Yes, I should have. I should have listened.
Get left behind.
Yes, I'll write that down next to get older.
All right. Oh yeah, the group meets up.
Hello.
Oh, hi. I didn't doze off.
I'm sure. I believe you.
Mercer yawns. He's like, so, do you have a goblin?
Yes, over there.
I will walk over and pull him out of the cart.
Edwin's eyes dart over to like the lizard man.
New hire.
Tell me something only you would, Will. And
well, what only I know. Oh, it was really cool when you killed Ragebay. You didn't even hesitate, just like, slink. Your stable boy is kind of a dick. The redhead.
know everyone that.
Oh shit.
Dravius thing. That's. Why'd you all hire a lizard?
He kind of just got involved, and we've had to drag him around.
Well, we weren't using the word hire originally because he didn't really insist on being, so
Oh,
just kind of there.
he's a slave.
I mean, he's
he's an
there of his
intern.
own volition.
He's an intern.
Yes, an intern. There we go.
I will proceed to drop the goblin in front of them.
Good job, intern.
What?
Don't.
Like this. I genuinely wanted an intern. This is great.
I do not know what an intern is, but very okay.
It's short for internship.
What?
Which is basically short for intern. Oh my god, guys, interns are slaves.
You didn't know that?
Oh fuck. You're
That's-
right.
It's literally.
That's why the Chinese hate to have it so much. Rampant racism aside, Mercer pulls his sword out and goes, "Have you interrogated the goblin?"
Yeah.
Bit, but we suck at.
Yes, I think that's the correct.
Let's see. What did we learn?
He had explosives.
That
He
we
did.
Did
that
you
we
bring those with you?
no, it was buried by him, and I point over to Ezekiel.
Mercer kind of like nods. Smart.
We learned that explosives are being sent to prominent peoples both in Akron and in Hayek.
Oh shoot.
Well, that's good. Maybe we won't have to deal with Hayakoth, then they'll get blown up.
That seems rude.
They're being sent here as well.
I understand that, but we've rounded up all the goblins that I doubt any can make it past the borders. We have great borders.
But
you're cutting out a lot.
you said they wouldn't make it past your borders. Are you talking about Ragebay, or are you talking about the border? Okay. I was going to say, because this goblin was definitely found within the borders of this kingdom. Whatever this kingdom's
Isn't this goblin
called.
also affected by a spell?
Yeah.
Gaius. Gaius? Geese.
I've only ever seen it written.
Like
so yeah.
geese.
I think it's Gaius because oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about his name. And I was going to say that was the guy in Valser.
So, you should unbind his mouth.
Yes.
Intern.
I don't think we just have to... We have to order him around.
It can be a paid internship.
Then he wouldn't be an internment. Kind of kills the word.
That's fair. We'll think about it.
Is he your slave or not? I'm confused.
He's not a slave.
No.
He's here because he wants to be here, and I don't think we could stop him if he wanted to leave.
I was there when the goblin attempted to give us a bomb, so now I feel involved in this.
Fair enough. The goblin tried to bomb you, it seems, Lizard. That's not good. You should make it your people's life work to kill every goblin you ever see.
I am not sure about that, but I will see.
And don't attack the city.
Why would I attack your city?
People have done it before. Recently.
Very well then. I was not a part of that, so I would not know.
Correct, because they all met a bitter end. I apologize for your loss.
Why would I care about people I do not know?
He kind of looks around. He's like, I just kind of figured they were probably your relatives.
I do not think so.
Oh.
That was quite rude, Narcy. I know you haven't slept, but...
Anyways, we need to unbind this dwarf's mouth.
Dwarf?
Fuck! Goblin! Shit! God damn it.
I unbind his mouth.
Thank you, Jesus. Or Paylor.
My name is Ezekiel.
Or Ezekiel, yes.
No, the continent to the south is where many named Jesus come from. Ezekiel is from the far east. The goblin looks at it, he's like, hello, please take me into the city.
I don't believe we
Mercer
will.
looks at you guys awkwardly.
He has like we said, a spell on him. He just kind of wants to go in the city real bad.
Why?
He wants to blow it up.
No, I will not be exploding unless I have to. What? I thought you said you got rid of the explosives.
Yes, we did.
Well, he's convinced that he will magically explode if
Yes,
he
that
feels
is-
like it.
And we have no means of disproving this, so we thought that it would be better to err on the side of caution.
Well, we did identify any spells affecting him and didn't find anything that would do that. So probably not.
Goblin's blood is highly explosive. So if you kill me, I will explode to kill everyone in a 10-mile radius.
Can I kill him? Just to prove him wrong?
Yes.
Do we have information we need to get from him first?
An idiot. He thinks his blood is explosive.
Alright then. I suppose we kill him now.
May I do it?
Why not? I don't feel particularly...
I'm just gonna baseball swing his head off with my greatsword.
He dies.
Yay! We wasted all this time for nothing.
At least it was satisfying.
For you, yes.
So how was Iron Blood?
An asshole.
Extremely condescending.
He tried to just send us around delivering letters, and that seemed a little counterproductive.
And he didn't offer to pay us either.
So that's why you do it, because he didn't pay you?
Yes.
Next time, smack
That
him
wasn't-
and tell him you work for me.
It wasn't the money thing, it was more that he wanted us to deliver letters that any courier could do. Like, it didn't really seem even like it needed to be protected, so it kind of seemed like he could get anybody, so... Does that make me sound cocky?
Yes.
Shit.
I mean, you've got a good point. It's like, we are a group of specialists. We aren't simple couriers. Unless we're paid to do so, I suppose.
But you wouldn't really be a good courier if you weren't paid, so.
Intern courier.
That's a slave.
I don't think that...
Mm.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Mandatory internship.
What?
Mandatory internship.
This is great. I should work in PR.
Mandatory. You have a mandatory internship. Rejoice.
Exactly.
Yeah, you would make the founding of America seem a lot less bad.
Indentured servitude didn't really hold up very well in historical light, so I don't know if it's the name that's the issue.
Mandatory fucking...
Indentured servitude sounds way less bad than slavery.
Mandatory internship.
Mandatory indentured servitude. So is this all?
I apologize for wasting your time, but I suppose it is.
Were you briefed on the orc situation to the north, or did that news get to you?
You all didn't tell me anything about it.
Ah, yes, that's what we were hired to do, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that is why I, this entire time, assumed that you all were, not you.
Oh, that would make sense.
Should we also mention what I have seen? I do not know if it is relevant.
We'll...
After the orc thing.
So, we went to your orc incursion, Iron Blood. I don't know if we visited the orcs and they were running away from Jareth, I think it was.
Yes.
Very good. So Jareth does not work with the orcs. That's good to know.
No,
Some of them.
half of them. Or
More
Not
than
half of them.
A portion of them ran away. A large majority. A large majority?
Yes.
Stayed and are planning to fight with Jareth.
About 90 stayed, 10 left. %.
Oh. That's a lot.
The orcs that left, they are peaceful in a way. They're the watching.
That's not the word I would use, Nasi.
Like people from Peterborough.
They're just stupid, but they're nice.
Yeah, they probably won't attack anybody that I know of. Didn't seem that interested in fighting.
Or raiding.
Just kind of want to. Well,
we
they kind of liked raiding. It was like friendly water raiding. I don't think that counts.
Yeah,
It's
raiding.
not crime at sea.
Raiding elsewhere, not
True,
raiding us.
international waters, there is no crime.
Don't have maritime court yet.
We'll have to we will have to go out on international waters sometime if you do end up being a trader, just so you all know.
Oh.
What else was there? When we there happened to be an incursion between the Green Watch Fort and the orcs, but it was mostly peaceful. Like, it was tense all the way through, but like the orcs realized that they couldn't stay at Green Watch and there really wasn't much there for them, so they like just moved on. So
Where?
South.
Yes.
So this way.
Yes.
I think, did you convince them to go to your friend, Quill? I can't remember.
Convince? No.
So the report of the large orc army that was moving south, I should not have eliminated.
They're closer to refugees than an army.
If I may make a
Armed
recommendation,
refugees.
Edwin.
Armed striking intern.
I would make the recommendation, Edwin, that the leader of them is tied familially to the former leader of the other orcs. There's a chance that if you were able to negotiate it with him, as Ironblood was incapable of doing so due to his ineptitude, you could utilize that in an effort to attempt to disrupt Jareth's efforts in the north.
His name is Gorlock. He is the eldest son of their old leader named Maris.
And I suppose he is called the Man
Sorry,
Paler.
he's not the eldest son. The eldest son of their old leader is named Maris. That's Gorlock's uncle.
All right. What was his? Somebody said something about his full name.
Ah, yes, he's Gorlock the Man Paler.
He nods.
He didn't seem particularly interested in man-paling when we literally just walked into his camp, spoke with him, and walked out.
I don't know this verb.
Um,
You're saying it like it's a common thing.
I figured it was self-explanatory.
It's actually from an ancient elven dialect.
Ah.
It's the act of skewering a person on a pipe.
I honestly don't think that's ancient elven. I think that's just context.
We call that impaling here.
It doesn't sound elven.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound elven at all.
Well,
but who am I to disagree?
Exactly.
Anyways, when we interrogated this idiot, she points to the corpse.
Which half?
Which half?
I thought did get like baseball knocked out of the park.
Well, I figured that was his head and not half his body.
Okay. Okay, which of two parts? Are you happy?
The one
which of two unequal parts?
The one that
Is that
wasn't
better for you?
The one
She's
that wasn't
very specific.
yeeted
You need to
into
be very specific when you talk with her.
I'm sorry, Cole.
the one that wasn't yeeted into another universe. Obviously, I point at the corpse on the ground, not the head.
Head is still corpse. Both parts are corpse.
Can you say that sentence for me one more time?
The head is still corpse.
No, you
Anyways,
said I only heard it for the mic pickup for me was head is still corpse.
Yeah, head is still corpse.
Okay.
anyways, this idiot had some thing to say that disturbed me. Something about Jareth ascending to divinity and
Poppycock.
something about the divine gate being broken. Although I'm absolutely positive it's just the ramblings of an idiot.
Here's the thing. We should consider that potential. Seen Jareth do a lot of things that most people can't do. You know? Maybe even if he can't actually do it, it could still be something he's trying to do.
Term that I'm curious about. Perhaps you've heard. I've heard reference to the Lord of Lies. Is it possible this could be Jareth?
Yes, it is possible.
Make him roll.
Yes, roll history.
Y'all are not the DM. I am the DM. I will choose when I have to roll history check.
Roll history, asshole. Oh, fuck. Yes, we got a cryptic message from
An undisclosed source.
yeah.
Can you disclose the source to me? That way I can, know it's a valid message. And not just the ramblings like this goblin's rambling.
The message didn't make much sense. That was the only part of it that seemed.
I'm assuming that I'm not going to get the source.
Well, I suppose. Do I care? Do I care? I can give you the message.
We did write the message.
The Lord of Lies rises in the north. Our time to attack must delay. The north is of more dire straits, Lord Damien, I insist. And we managed to get this from a Ravenmeyer noble, I think?
Aradel.
Yes, that person. I don't know who that person is, but we got it from them.
All right.
Does any of that mean anything to you?
Would you all like to go on my boat sometime?
Are you accusing us of being traitors?
Will we get murdered?
No, of course not.
Oh, sure.
I've never been on a ship.
Why are you all speaking with Hayakov nobility?
I don't know. Someone in here... Was it... Who did it again?
We thought that we might glean some information about the war effort that might be beneficial to both sides.
I don't know. It was one of them.
I redirect Narcis's finger away from me being in that group, and
One of them.
Cole just points at the intern.
The intern had nothing to do with it. He I don't even think we messaged.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
It was one of them.
My volunteer.
Wow. Some...
No.
Aren't you a nice person?
I just stay quiet and I'm petting my owl. Not saying a thing.
I just wanted to get paid. And see the world instead of that library.
Wait, I'm supposed to pay you?
Wait, you weren't intending on paying me?
No.
Then what was I out here for?
Wanted to get away from church?
Is that worth 500 gold?
And the church pawned you off on me?
The church pawned me off.
Narcy, I'll pay you
I was paying.
but if you actually...
I was paying the church for you.
Huh. Interesting.
No one is special, Narcy. Read your notes.
Is that a thing I have in my notes? She says as I flip to the page.
No, those are two separate new rules. No one is special, and then number 10, read your
I
notes.
think it was one of the first 10.
Let's see. Totally important.
No one is special is both number 6 and number 9.
She flips to a page and says, "Ah, yes, this page marked totally important rules I'm not going to pay attention to." Yes, no one is special. I suppose that is number 6. Yes, I'm just surprised after so long protecting me, they were so easily bought.
I could buy a church?
Apparently,
you have enough money, yes.
Apparently, you can buy a very, very special celestial Paylor warlock if you want
Ezekiel
to.
is just shaking his head.
If you have enough money, yes.
How much was Narcy?
He like looks at her for a minute. Looks back at you guys. More than she's been worth so far, it seems.
Ooh.
What? I just relayed to you all of the information you wanted to know.
That's true.
Is that not worth something?
She was worth enough for me to figure out that I now don't know if I can trust you all.
Oh no.
Seriously, I get hired for this.
You're trustworthy, clearly.
I literally have no other information to give to you, Edwin.
I mostly meant those.
Okay, thank you.
You might want to come clean.
Uh-oh. I don't actually know anything.
There's no reason to believe we are not trustworthy.
Except for the fact that you are speaking with Hayakoth nobility when we were at war with Hayakoth.
With our communication spell, it's possible to speak with anyone.
Correct.
If we
Maybe not.
suspect that someone may have information and they give it to us, why not speak with them?
But why would they give you information?
They haven't really. It was gibberish mostly.
But I'm worried about the information that you're also potentially giving them.
We haven't told them anything about Ackerman.
I mean, you haven't told them anything about Ackerman. Whatever that is.
Ackerman is the country we're in.
Oh, is that... I haven't... I've been playing in this world for multiple fucking... Anyways.
heard
fine.
that there were
Only
goblins
11.
with bombs being
You
sent.
haven't learned that in history class yet.
We learned that the explosives were being sent to both countries, and we thought that we might learn about the other side of the conflict. We told them nothing about this country.
I have an easy solution. I'll know you're trustworthy if you go kill a noble of Hayakov.
Do you have their name already?
To ask a party of our size to cross a border heavily fortified,
You're the perfect
most
size
of the
to do
country, and whatever enforcements are surrounding the note.
Just kill like a crappy Ravenmeyer. Doesn't have a lot of guards.
You're
Like I'm sure one of them works at like a church. Just kill
It's a Ravenmeyer who's a subway.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably one somewhere up north just fucking bombing around and doing nothing somewhere.
Right.
Do you have a list of the shittiest nobles, like sort of like the Jeb Bush of the family?
Sadly, only for this area.
Darn.
Don't know what shitty Ravenmeyers there are. But I'm sure most of them are shitty.
Probably a Jeb Ravenmeyer.
Jeb rape. Is he really that shitty? I haven't heard anything bad about him.
It's more than weak and ineffective.
Fair?
You know?
Fair?
Like a Buster Blue sort of situation.
All I'm saying is I'm sure there's at least like one Ravenmeyer that isn't like heavily...
It still seems highly unlikely that we would be able to cross the border.
Look, I kind of don't want to assassinate. No, I kind of want to just stop Jared.
Yes. And in addition to that point, that we're not assassins, and I'm not comfortable with being.
I honestly don't know how that will impact with my...
Would you assassinate Jareth then?
Yeah.
So you
no!
are assassin.
Not right now! Are you kidding me?
If he was like right over there, yeah, I'd kill him.
Yes, I'd assassinate him if he were standing over there, but do you know where he's standing? In the middle of a city, full of orcs and giants.
Do we know that he's there right now?
Wait, you know where Jareth's at? Why didn't you tell me that?
He's in...
I don't think we know he's there, for sure.
Well,
we heard
I mean...
a rumor that he was in the north, but we have no correspondence to confirm it.
Yes, the orc... what was his name? The leader. Gorlock. The Man-Paler. He said that Jareth walked in and took over by force with an army of giants and ogres and whatnot.
Right, but we don't know he's still...
True.
That's all.
But
I believe it's also important information that was possibly left out is the fact that he now has access to a fleet of boats and is beginning to raid coastal cities.
Ah, yes, that's the one thing I was forgetting to mention.
That is...
So, Ragebay is within striking distance. That's probably something we should have mentioned. I forgot.
Oh, I don't know if you guys know this already. With that list of names that you guys uncovered from that horrible, annoying Dragonborn, we heard one of them again. Fraphius. He's a hill giant that used to ally with the orcs. And he's still working with Jared, evidently.
We should rob some agents of his.
You're cutting out when you get quiet.
No. We should probably deal with some of these agents of his, but I still don't know if I trust you all.
I mean, we would love to help or like prove that somehow, but assassinating random nobles of different countries isn't really our thing.
And unfortunately, I don't know how that would sit with Paylor. I would do it.
Knew where it... All right, fine. We don't have to do any assassinating. Even though I do know that there is noble here that you don't have to cross enemy lines to find.
What?
I mean, we'll like yell at him, but we won't kill.
Yell at him. What?
What if he's in this city? Why is he in this city if they're here at war?
I don't know if he's in this city right now. I just know that there is a Ravenmeyer lurking around. Doing things for an important person.
Where did you hear this?
From said important person. When he gave me a list of Ravenmeyers to send assassins after.
Oh.
This individual does not sound too intelligent.
That's why I think assassinating would be easy and an easy way to prove that you all.
Oh, well, fair enough.
You're sure he's not simply posing as a Ravenmeyer in order to get revenge on?
Why would he get revenge on the Ravenmeyers?
I mean, hasn't everyone rebelled against their parents?
I mean, he has
any number.
I think he has, like, markings of being nobility. Some sort of signet ring or something that proves that he's nobility. Like this, he pulls out, like, his signet ring.
Ah, yes, that would confirm it.
If you wish him dead, Edwin, and it gets me closer to what I want from you, then...
I mean, not particularly, but would make it would be an easy way to prove that you're loyal.
See, something I don't understand is
Yes, go on.
you want to go just hunt Ravenmeyers like they're worth points, and that's exactly what this noble lied and said the orb was from Ravenmeyers. It kind of seems like you're kind of playing the hands of some conspiracy if you do that.
I don't necessarily know about that. What has the Ravenmeyer in question done? If I can justify it with Paylor, then I suppose I can go do it.
Oh, I think a lot of good things, actually.
Well, then that makes it fucking impossible. Thank you for doing that.
Do you want to bring him a gift basket to prove our loyalty? Because that sounds more accurate. Okay, is there someone good we could, like, bring a picnic basket to that would make you happy? Because I don't really feel like killing somebody who seems pretty nice, honestly.
The Ravenmeyer who was executed in
I've been trying to get off of that topic for a while and think of other things, but we do keep talking about this. Oh. What were you saying? Sorry, Kara.
So the Ravenmeyer we know of was framed, very clearly framed, in Manor Coast. And the other that you know of, who is working for you want us to kill. If anything, we should be losing trust in you.
Alright, then don't trust me.
He got me out of that dusty church.
I got out of a dusty church too. I walked out the door.
Well, I mean, they felt like they couldn't just let me walk out. I suppose being paid to think that is fine.
I mean, like I said, if you don't trust me, it's fine. That's why I pay you all for jobs.
I don't necessarily mind him. Why have we stopped trusting him? I haven't.
I don't know.
Neither have I.
We just started talking about killing people.
This other Ravenmeyer seems to be giving you information, and you want us to kill him. What's to say that you won't send someone after us?
But never promised that I wouldn't, first of all, and secondly, I was trying to get off that subject.
Then let's! What else do you want us to do? Not that you can apparently trust us anymore.
That's true. Alright. Alright, easy. Go to Lanner Coast and unseat the mayor there.
Okay.
You don't have to kill her, you can arrest her.
All right.
Under
I like this.
Under what?
But-
And do we
Behe-
have...
Beheading is fine too. Yes, betrayal. There will be a document written up before you leave. Don't just leave now.
Okay.
I really like the idea that we walk into the mayor's office, behead her, and then just show the guards. No, look, we got a warrant,
Literally, Django Unchained.
we got a warrant.
Literally.
It's fine.
Yes, we've got a warrant. Don't worry. We didn't just behead this woman because we felt like it.
Got a license to kill.
Edwin, do you have any reason to believe that she will go with the route of violence?
Yes.
Understood.
Violence may be met with violence.
We'll do our best to figure out why she did what she did first, but that's any means necessary.
So,
Probably because of insanity.
insanity. What's driven her insane?
No, I just think she's insane.
Oh.
I don't know if she was driven insane. Did you drive her insane?
No?
She did.
I,
Actually, coincidentally, Ronald and Lenny didn't talk to her, so she should be safe.
Coincidentally.
If anyone should be safe from insanity, it's her.
Is there someone we're to
Wait,
leave?
where did Lenny go?
Probably started like a official like headquarters for his old man cult.
Is what?
Have you seen the men who wear flowers and carry hatchets? Those
Yes.
his.
Oh. Disturbing.
There's literally nothing we could have done to stop it. Removed by some divine force.
I see.
Back on the topic of the job, is there anyone we are to inform of that they are now in power when we complete this, or is this just to be?
Yes, put the Paylor priest in the town into power temporarily until I get someone down there I can trust. I know he's a trustworthy man.
I see.
Understood.
That would
There-
be very great, fun interaction. Is there like a badge or like a crown or a scepter?
Oh, it's just a mayorship.
Okay, so like a
Totally neutral expression.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm just petting my owl. Like a totally neutral expression, not saying anything.
I'm actually really into this quest.
So, what's the name of this Paylor priest? For the final and last time I shall ask this question so I can finally write it down.
I don't remember his name. He's one of my agents in the town.
Shit.
He's the head of the Church of Paylor that was burnt down there. Or well, the church wasn't. His house was burnt. He's not happy about it.
Yeah.
He sends me letters all the time about funding. Like
We met him,
rebuilding
don't
his
worry.
house.
We'll help you find him. He never told us his name.
Just call him Jim. I always call him Jim.
Jim. Jim,
It's not
Father
his-
Jim.
It's not his name, but I do it to frustrate him.
Okay. I'll just tell him that you said to call him Jim.
No. You call him Jim.
Yes, I will call him Jim, and then I will tell him that you told me to call him Jim.
Good.
All right. Oh, what's the mayor's name?
Let me get my notes out that I don't have open from the fucking first session.
That was at least the second. Come on.
No, it was the first session that I have the mayor's name.
I don't think we ever got his name.
The mayor's a lady, and I have her name down from the first.
Oh, yeah. Starts with an A.
Yeah.
Ataraxia.
It's not that crazy. I'm pretty sure it was Abigail, but I want to double check.
We'll just call her Abba.
It was Abriel, not Abigail.
Mazdak, will you be joining us?
Of course, it's not like I have anywhere else to go as of right now.
Abigail Greenwood.
You
What was that?
What was that?
Abigail Greenwood.
Oh, I think it's Abriel Greenwood. I think I just said it wrong the first session. But that's fine. We'll call it Abigail, because that's easier to remember than Abriel anyways.
We could just call her Abe.
Oh,
No.
can it be Abigail spelled wrong, like Gale, and then she's like an Ergina? Be great.
No.
I have it spelled weird in here, so at some point you must have spelled it out for us.
Really want it to be Abigail the Erginas.
We already know she's a human. This was an introduced character already.
Too bad.
Will we pick up the right at your home, or will it be delivered to us?
It will be delivered. Make sure you send me one of those fancy messages so I know where you are.
Yeah, those are great.
You
Make
didn't,
sure to send me at least 3 a day from now on, so you can keep me updated.
I'll do my best.
you didn't need your third level slots anyways.
Mm-mm.
It's not like you can cast lower level spells at a higher level.
It's not like every cool spell on my list is a 3rd level spell.
Well, you didn't tell us that. I asked. It's not like I asked
No
you
one
if you.
asked.
I did ask.
When did you ask, hey, what other cool 3rd level spells do you have?
Like,
I-
actually, at the start of this session?
Really?
Yeah, I was like, do you have any other? Do you have anything else you would use your 3rd level spell slots for?
Oh, okay.
Is how
Yeah,
I
that question, yeah.
asked.
Not knowing what we're gonna do that day, I don't think so.
There we go.
Alright.
You'll
I don't
be
even
fine.
know if you have three spell slots at that level.
I don't.
I was just saying the number 3 to be funny.
I thought you were just joking around because 3 is just out of the number she can use a day.
I figured it was either the number she can't use or the max. Either way is funny to me.
Oh my gosh. Anyways. So, on the road again. In the morning. Or whenever we get this writ.
Sucks.
Sucks.
Oh,
What?
this is really late.
Well, I suppose we can just camp here for the night.
We could go into town and sleep in that church that I lived in for years.
I'm sure that they will be ecstatic to have all of us trample in the middle of the night.
Cole just shrugs and she's like, I mean, they're not gonna stop you.
I'm sure that will endear us to them very greatly. Anyways, I suppose we can do that. How long of a walk is it from here to there?
It's a good question that I don't know exactly the answer to.
Because we could be walking till the morning. You do realize that.
I mean, I don't like sleeping outside.
That and Mazdak has yet to be introduced to cities, and I'm sure that Ragebay would probably terrify him.
He seems brave. He's a brave and powerful in turn. But the thing is, like, we still haven't seen that vampire guy in a while, and like, we prefer not to take risks if we can just like walk and not.
Mazdak, what do you think? Mazdak has already fell asleep. We have no choice.
Apologies, I'm trying to deal with, like, acid reflux.
Oh, that sucks.
So, you were asking if we wanted to sleep in the church or not?
Sleep in the city or sleep outside of the city is basically the question.
I feel like I know his.
I tend to stay outside of cities when I can.
Alright, I guess we're not guarding a prisoner and I'd rather together than split up.
That, and we should probably get rid of this, you know, she, like, gestures towards the corpse.
Which part of it?
Both parts of it.
The head is far gone.
Yeet! Just straight up yote that guy's head.
I feel like it'd be easier to just like move our shit away from a corpse than to clean up the ground from like bloodstains.
But this is our meeting place with you know.
Ezekiel has already moved away.
Like a geek place.
I will follow Ezekiel.
Ah.
Yeah, I do agree that moving is better.
I love the fucking roleplay sessions in these games. It's just us being a bunch of idiots.
Hey,
slowly.
I was being smart.
I establish my bivouac, and I begin my night routine.
Oh, also Quill remembers she has this and just gives this Eldritch Blast spell scroll to Narcy, and it's like, I don't know what I would do with this. You can feed it to your book or something? I don't really...
If I feed it to my book, do I get another D10?
It'd be cool if you did.
Mr. DM, I would like another D10, please. I will sacrifice an Eldritch Scroll to my book.
Just consume the scroll.
Give me D10, please. Please?
Our DM fell asleep.
At this rate, he's going to take away a D10 from me. Considering that's an 11th level cantrip, I don't know if he would give that to me at level fucking 5.
Neato. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neato, okay.
Yeah. Just, sitting here, enjoying ourselves out in the wilderness.
I'm not sure that we should do this.
Do what?
Depose the mayor.
Well, it's not like I have any choice because, I was just informed that I am basically a slave for, Mercer.
That is unfortunate.
I thought I had simply snuck out of the church, but it seems that Mercer has bought me. I don't know how that's possible. And, yeah, that's definitely something.
I'm sorry, bud. We could try to buy you out later.
This Mercer seems like a pain.
Mercer is... I've met him before. Mercer's simply... How do I put it? Eccentric? That's the word.
Yes, and I would be willing to look past that. And I did trust him initially, but...
I have no reason...
Now that I'm...
Continue.
Sure he suspects that I'm from Hyakoff.
And
the way that he was insinuating that we may be traitors.
I mean,
The last...
there was that... would I know... this is where a DM would be nice. Would I know about the attack? I don't think I would, because...
I'm sure on the road for this long with us, we would have brought it up just because we had for something to talk about, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The last nobleman from Hyakos who went to Laner Coast was publicly executed. I worry that I may be being set up for the same.
Well,
I mean, considering the fact that Mercer has a significant, I'm hoping, or I don't hope, I don't know how I feel about it, a significant investment put in me, I doubt he would send that investment to go get framed for deposing the mayor. All we have to do is succeed at doing so, and nothing will come of it, I hope.
Do you think they'd execute the child?
He could easily claim that he didn't authorize this, and that we did it as traitors of Zacherden.
Well, if we have a signed writ from him, then it would show that he set us up. Because, you know, he would send us there with that writ, and we could say, yo, we were sent by Mercer to do this. And if they're like, no, you can't do this, then we can say, well, fuck, Mercer, you know, sent us to do this. What are we supposed to do? Like, that's how...
Also, he hasn't given that to us yet, and
well,
typically,
if we don't...
in the past, he has paid us.
He told us that he was going to give it to us before we left, and if we don't get it, we don't leave. That's how I see it. There's no point in trying to persuade people that we're there on Mercer's dime, or whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
All we need is the writ, and that will be it.
I suppose.
I mean, Mercer doesn't seem like the betraying type of guy.
Mm.
Are you certain
what
of
he
that?
is and isn't capable of.
I mean, I'm not certain of it, but, I'm just...
He did just ask us to kill someone else in his employ.
Was it his employ or someone else's employ?
Someone who has given him information.
It wasn't the person that gave him information that he wanted to be killed. It was...
He presented him as the easiest Ravenmeyer to kill.
Did you ever suspect the potential that he was just simply waiting for you to say, yes, you would do it, and that was the test?
Possibly.
And you failed. So you're even more suspicious now.
I do not understand your contracts that you all have with Mr. Mercer.
We're not under contract. We've been paid for individual tasks.
Understood. I am. And he has information that I want, and so I will be working for him.
And I guess I'm under contract now. I thought I had just snuck out and was working for Mercer. But it appears that I am...
I will be honest, if you all could get the information for me that he has, that would be perfectly fine. But as far as I know, he has it.
Huh.
I have no reason to distrust him. I have no reason or want to not work for him. He has given me tasks and jobs, and I accomplish them with the promise that he will give me the information I seek.
I trusted him initially, but now I worry.
He has become more focused on the other civilized enemies of his nation than on Jareth, it feels.
When we first met him, he was willing to work with us against Jareth and to prevent the war, and now he seems very motivated to continue the war.
Seems like he wants to win the war and not stop it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, he is he's an important person for the city. I suppose that he would be of that opinion. I'm just here. I was hoping I could just travel because I felt like traveling, but now I'm stuck in a second contract on top of my previous contract. So that's fun.
Right, you got the one from Pelor?
Yes.
I don't mind unseating the mayor, but I worry that this may be a way to set us up.
Unfortunately, my contract states that I have to obey promises that I've given. And if the church has hired me out to Mercer, then I have to go with it, because that's basically Pelor telling me to go do it, according to my contract.
That seems like money telling you to do that, and I don't think Pelor deals in bribes, you know? I know no deity I've ever worked with, I guess other than maybe Jexel of the casino, would really honor a bribe.
Jexel of the casino? I've never heard of this god.
God of Luck and Wine, we were introduced by Tutagub, our friend. Oh, you haven't met him.
An interesting god, to say the least, but it's less to do with the money and more to do with, I guess the church gave my promise to Mercer, and I did say I'd work for Mercer.
I'm saying if Mercer got that promise by spending money, I don't know if that... I don't think the people who received that money were qualified to make promises on your behalf. That sounds a lot like, I don't know, exploitation.
You know, I would agree with you, but the problem remains that I gave him my promise that I'd, work for him, and I didn't know about this other agreement that he had with the church. And if he has a debt I have to repay, then I have to repay the debt. Trust me, if it was something I could avoid, I'd avoid it, because fuck that, but the contract states that I have to repay my debts.
Doesn't feel like a debt to me. I don't know.
I'm trying to, out of character, I'm trying to figure out a reason why she wants to stick up for Mercer. Besides,
So
does she want to stick up for Mercer?
The task he's given us, but we do it knowing that there may be an ambush there.
That's a thought. Another thing we could do is...
Oh,
ask around?
I wanted to add this. I have no reason to distrust Mercer on top of this. I was going to work for him before he revealed something about the contract. I don't see why he would betray me at this point. I have no reason to suspect him of anything.
Maybe paranoia?
I may be being paranoid. I have no experience with this, but something about that conversation gave me a very good.
I mean, suspecting him of paranoia as a reason not to trust him because he questions our motives and we know we're not doing anything wrong.
Well, you didn't exactly explain it in a very, trustworthy manner. You seem to want to dance around the issues, and she holds her hands up like she's dancing around an issue. Like, you seem to want to dance around the issue rather than admitting that you spoke to a Hayakoth noble and only informed them about this, that, and the other. You seem to, want to say...
So you want me to drop names of Hayakoth nobles to the person who's asking us to Hayakoth nobles? That seems a little...
Precisely. I'm not going to
stand by not giving him more information than you did about that.
Well, the problem is...
Right. It kills us.
The problem is this. You went from doing something that can be conceived as shady to now being suspected of doing something extremely shady. So it's worse in the end than what it would have been in the past.
I'd rather be mistrusted than for someone else to get killed because of something we did. That's fine by me.
I don't see the problem.
Before this conversation, I would have told him, but now I don't trust him enough with the information.
Anyways.
Before this conversation, I was very tempted to tell him, but the way that he is reacting about the nobility of my country and about the war in general, I don't think I can trust him with my identity.
Do we know of anyone who's not necessarily on one side or the other of this coming war that would have an interest in stopping it and or Jareth? Because as far as I'm concerned, the war and Jareth are one and the same. Because Jareth is trying to start the war.
Not that I know of. Everyone seems to be either for or against it, and there's... I know so much about this shit. I know so much about this shit that I can't really reveal.
I could talk to some of the people at my temple who study more historical and political things.
I prefer not to go back to my temple at this point.
Okay.
Considering how...
You can skip your temple.
Considering how they lauded me as, this special celestial warlock that they could never replace, and then they, sold me off just like that. I don't want to go back there for a little bit. I guess I have to look back to rule number 6, don't I, Ezekiel?
That is correct.
Do you guys think Senko's coming back or not?
I don't know, but I'm having fun just talking shit.
Alright, I just want to be clear about, if we're still, actually doing anything.
I mean...
Oh, he's typing.
Yeah, if he's just... I need to figure out how to get a Ace Attorney emulate. Oh, fuck.
Well, there's our answer.
Alright.
That sucks. So, Saint, you're not going to be here for...
Yeah, so oddly enough, I think It's very interesting how this is turning out, but I think this might be the exit of Ezekiel right here.
Oh, permanently?
I think so, actually.
All right, well.
With the way that, I mean, it's just a character. I'm not saying about me. I'm just saying the character.
Yeah.
Because of this distrust that's being shown, probably between both Quill and Kara, I honestly have a feeling that Ezekiel would because his loyalty at this point in time is to Edwin, and there's
Oh no, and now he knows.
that's the thing though, right? And I'm being a little bit honest that I'm letting you know as a player right now, but in all honesty, that's probably what Ezekiel would do at this point in time.
And one thing is like
Just go run to Edward and say, "Hey, she's from Hayaka."
I wouldn't say run. He'd walk, but like...
okay. Another thing is that Ezekiel also knows that we like haven't said anything remotely against this nation.
No, absolutely
like,
true. No,
right.
is the only thing.
So this isn't a huge betrayal.
No,
it's just
and
bad
that's
for
the thing
Kara.
is, he doesn't see this as a betrayal. He's just like, well, these people clearly aren't working necessarily in Edwin's best interests, and that's not a boat that he's going to be in. And so he's just going to go tell Edwin, like, hey, I'm working for you, and these people aren't like, there's clear distrust here, and I don't operate in a state of distrust. So give me jobs. I will go do jobs because I need that information.
I think that would be an interesting conversation to have in character.
But the problem is that he wouldn't have it with you guys.
No, I mean to see that happen between.
No, and that's true. And I think the unfortunate thing is we're probably not going to see that because of the fact that I am going to be gone for a month.
Yeah, he's going to Siberia for.
No, I'm not going to Siberia.
I mean, you might as well be.
Like, oddly enough, it's kind of an interesting spot to be in, but I do think that's it kind of ties in nicely, if you will, as like a good reason as to why I'm not here, and yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of like wondering how that would pan out. And it'll be interesting to see how my character feels about that. It's probably just like she was wondering about that question, whether or not you were sent by Paylor. Because
that probably just affirms it in your mind that no, that was just some fucking dude.
No, the thing is, it was kind of like, you know what, Paylor, I wanted to get away from the temple to get away from these teachings. So it definitely would have been Paylor, that fucking asshole, sending another fucking priest to preach at her while she's gone. But now that, he just books it, it's like, huh.
Again,
I guess.
Walks. There's no booking here. He's not running.
Well, I mean,
he's not afraid.
You're putting it in the books.
Yeah, like, just out of character, like, where Quill actually stands on this issue isn't like so much, Edwin is evil and we hate him. Or that we even necessarily can't trust him so much. It's just like he's getting sidetracked.
Yeah, and absolutely. And Ezekiel is like, you guys just are not interested in working with him right now. You have an objective, and that's to stop Jareth. And that doesn't align with Ezekiel's personal goals right now.
Alright.
I think it works well.
Courage trusted him? Right up until he told her that he wants to kill the nobility where she's.
Yeah. Right up until he mentioned that he wanted to kill Dirge, which, again...
It'll be interesting, because...
also somebody who is working for him. That was a huge red flag.
The funny thing is, Dirge doesn't work for him.
Yes.
Well, has worked for him.
Dirge has never worked for him.
Yeah, no. I've only provided information to you.
Gave him information. Whatever.
For Luna's essay here, the character he was mentioning there about like the other Ravenmeyer to kill is my other character in the other game.
Oh.
But I mean, for all Kara knows, it was just somebody who he paid to give him
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, just some other Ravenmeyer bastard walking around.
Yeah, so for that to happen, and then for Ezekiel to suddenly leave and go back to Mercer, she's gonna be super paranoid.
Oh, probably, absolutely. But you also have a fucking vampire chasing after you, so like your life is already shit enough as it is.
She's gonna have such a drinking problem.
The question is, in a month's time, what do I come back as? That is the question.
Mm-hmm.
Spectral donkey. Dude, I had this idea for a character that's a sea elf artificer who's like,
I keep coming up with character ideas, so I keep making sheets for them, but they're probably never come up.
Yeah, I love making the sheets. He like specializes in like harpoon type, like big aquatic weaponry. Works on ships and like ballistas and cannons and stuff. And his whole thing is like, oh yeah, I'll work on your ship. I'll install some cannons. I'll help like run them and keep everything going. If it sinks, I'm fucking out of here. Like I could just swim. Like I honestly don't care. So like he'll take any job because if it gets shitty, he'll just like swim to shore.
I keep, in the last few days, I've had this idea for this Fire Genasi Druid.
Ooh, it's an interesting combo.
Yeah.
What's really sad is the fact that Ezekiel has really good fucking stats. Like, this is really sad. His lowest is a 14.
Well, maybe he comes back.
He probably will. None of my characters have so far in any one of Senko's games have died or disappeared. I'm still waiting for my other characters to come back from the previous campaign.
I really like that I have the guidance spell, and I also have my channel divinity, which gives me proficiency in any skill or tool for 10 minutes. So I can take one random thing I suck at, add those two together, like, all right, time to make my only good deception check in my entire life. Let's go. And then it'll be like, hey, it's a 16. You know?
Once we level up one more time, I'll be able to push, drag, and lift 1,920 pounds.
Big
Not bad.
boy.
Not bad.
You got the big boy over here. Whereas I have a carrying capacity of 60 pounds.
Okay, your new character is also very good.
It's not bad either, yeah.
My character is very good at everything that's not physical.
That's good, because she's a tiny baby child.
Baby child.
My character is just rapidly becoming paranoid.
I didn't know shit about this campaign when I made this character, and only having a 7 charisma character in this campaign is not the greatest.
It's tough.
That's why I always make charisma characters in Senko's campaigns.
Yeah, if I knew anything about Senko when I was invited to this, I would have done something different. But yeah, I do try to make sure, like, 'cause he doesn't ask for, like, charisma rolls a lot, but I do try to, like, play the character in a way that's honest to the charisma score.
Fuck, what's Dirge's charisma? It's also fucking god
7.
awful, isn't it? Yeah, it's 7 too, isn't it? It is. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I just realized that I hadn't added Trixie's racial modifiers, and now her charisma is crazy.
Nice.
I think it's like 19 or something.
Nice.
But her wisdom is still 5.
She and Quill would cover each other's backs pretty well.
What the hell are you doing?
Funny thing is, I have that type of relationship with her character and my paladin. Except my character doesn't have a gigantic amount of wisdom, just, you know, a decent amount.
Just more than 5.
Yeah, more than 5.
So is this session like over?
Yeah. Yeah, he had to take off.
Not staying up that late to sit here quietly. No.
I think most of last session for me was spent burrowing into a pie and then like bathing in a cup of soup.
Let's see how much that ugly son of a bitch
Sorry.
can take.
Is that like your other campaign when you're at Pixie?
When she's, Trixie.
Okay, because I thought you meant like while we were playing last week, you were doing that in real life, and I'm like,
No,
excuse me?
that's what she like dug a hole into a pie and like ate it from the inside.
Good job, that bug is immortal.
That sounds really
Oh.
fun.
Bye, Luna.
See ya.
Those things are antiques.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go too. Maybe play Zelda or something.
Yeah, me too. These headphones really hurt my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They clamp on.
Do you have like replacement ones that you're planning to get?
These are the replacement ones.
Oh.
My other ones were really nice, and then the cord snapped.
I'm sorry.
But I had them for a few years, so there was that. But I mean, these would be nice if they weren't like bruising my ears.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, yep. Good night, guys.
Yeah, I'm
Night.
Bye.
Night. I'm not gonna leave for a little bit, but I think I can stop streaming now.
Yeah.